This would kind of count as a WrestleMania video, you know, because we only have one part of this. But if you saw Raw, and if you haven't by now, the full promo is on YouTube, like 23 minutes of epicness of who the WrestleMania host is. And I mean, you know, I wanted to wait a while because I was like marking the fuck out for the past 2 days, because The Rock is hosting WrestleMania. Now, some people would say it had rumors of him being the Raw general manager. The anonymous Raw general manager, I should say. Because people want it to be anonymous. And all that shit. Which is fine. But, this is amazing. For the first time in 7 years. Now, I do not know if that counts his appearances at WrestleMania, you know, with Mick Foley, or if that counts other stuff, or this was, you know, because that was at WrestleMania 20, and he hasn't been back since, I don't think, except maybe for a Eugene thing or whatever. So it's probably been 7 years or less, or they rounded it up to 7, because it might be 7 for all we know. But, I mean, I was a big Rock fan back in the day, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, and the last time we saw him appear was, at the Hall of Fame ceremony inducting his, father, Rocky Johnson, and his grandfather, the great, late High Chief Peter Maivia. And, you know, for anyone who has known The Rock, from his beginning as Rocky Maivia, to The Rock, to his movies, which some are actually kind of funny. I actually, to be honest, I'm not ashamed of admitting this. My little brother wanted me to watch The Tooth Fairy with The Rock in it with him, and I was laughing. I mean, the comedy The Rock had, I mean, that is what is missing in the WWE. And I think the PG era has officially been ended with all that shit The Rock did in that epic promo. And honestly, I love how they took a shot at the people who thought it was Justin Bieber. To those people, I say, fuck you, you are wrong, you are always wrong, and you will eat shit for the rest of your life. Now, I don't know if he will perform on WrestleMania, because if he does, he better get attacked, because I swear to God. And by the way, before people even think I'm a hater on the Bieber, on the Bieber fever and everything, I'm not. I actually have some respect for the guy. But really, when you're on Twitter, when you are on Facebook, orgasming and doing shit about Justin Bieber, what the fuck is wrong with you? He is like, what, 16? For some of you, that's fucking Dateline shit right there, with Chris Hansen. If you tried to do the shit you did to do Justin Bieber. And no, I'm not saying you guys would do it anyway, which some of you would, because you're sick freaks. But, really? Why? I mean, at least have Christina Aguilera so she can try to botch the national anthem again. I mean, that was funny as hell. She, like, yodeled the whole fucking thing. She yodeled the whole fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it sounded like to me. But back on topic. The Rock is back, and thank God. That was the best ending to Raw in years. Not months. Years. And besides, yes, I said old school Raw was the best, because, I mean, it was old school. Come on. We saw people like George the Animal Steel, JR, people we haven't seen in years. And fucking Mae Young beat Layla, of all people. That was not epic. That was epic, and she broke the PG barrier too, as well. And, this is the greatest thing they could have done. We could see Cena versus The Rock after all the shit that's gone down. We could see Cena versus Miz. We could see Cena versus Rock versus Miz. We don't want to see Cena versus Miz at the Chamber. Why want to see fucking Jerry Lawler win the belt? My bad. At the Chamber. But Jesus, this could be so many potential matches. This could be Undertaker versus The Rock, because you know people that are saying Sting is the person on 2/21/11. Which, you know, I thought too. And honestly, if you saw the latest promo for that, if you look closely, and if you pay really close attention, you will see, like, the Sting mask, or in some form, walking past the window. And then you see Taker's body outside of that house, or that shack, or whatever the fuck it is. Meaning, possibly, they could both return, or they're trying to, get Sting at the last minute, or something. I don't know. Because, I mean, they have all these people, they got Booker T, Kevin Nash, a.k.a. Diesel, who we haven't seen him use Diesel in forever, which I love. Even though that was probably a one-time deal, we probably won't see him on Raw or SmackDown again, which is kind of sad. The Rock, and potentially Sting, of all people. And people are like, no, Sting will never join WWE. Sting has always been that rebel, that outsider that's been to a WCW or a TNA. And, honestly, I'm not saying he won't join. It's a possibility that he will join. That would be a big fucking shocker if that happened. I would love that to happen. And quite honestly, that would be an amazing matchup. Because if you think about it, some people are like, and I agree with them, because the only person that could have broken the streak was probably Triple H. I mean, I'd say, people look at the list of people that have, for the streak. I mean, there's big names like Ric Flair, Triple H, even Big Show and A-Train tried and they failed. Which is saying something. Even an 8-foot Giant Gonzalez, the late, great Giant Gonzalez. I don't remember his WCW name. It was El Gigante. El Gigante. That's what it was. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of big fucking names on that list. Even Psycho Sid, who some people remember and still know about. He does appearances from time to time as the man known as Sid. Not Psycho Sid, but, or Sid Vicious, or whatever you want to call him. But, this is the greatest thing that could have happened. We could even see fucking Triple H return and face The Rock at WrestleMania. We don't know. And potentially, this could be a setup to where people have been saying The Rock could be the general manager. He could very well be the general manager. That is why he shut up Michael Cole. To not only keep in kayfabe and all that shit, but, you know, people don't want to know who the fuck he is. For all I know, it probably could have said, the general manager is this person. You don't know that. So yeah, before I rant and shit any longer, this is the best thing that we could have ever done. Thank you, and thank God The Rock is back.